She Almighty had tuned each person in a musical key, and Kaspar could hear it. Best in the brief, unguarded moments when people were nearby but didn't yet know he was listening. So he waited by the window, as he was doing now. It was cold, the way it could be only in Denmark and only in April, when in mad enthusiasm for the spring light, people turned off the central heating, brought their fur coats to the farrier, dispensed with their long underwear and went outside. And only when it was too late, discovered that the temperature was at freezing, the relative humidity 90%, and the wind was from the north and went straight through clothing and skin deep into the body, where it wrapped itself around the heart and filled it with Siberian sadness. The rain was colder than snow, a heavy, fine rain that fell like a grey silk curtain. From behind that curtain, a long black Volvo with tinted windows appeared. A man, a woman, and a child got out of the car, and at first it looked promising. The man was tall, broad-shouldered, used to getting his own way, and capable of having a powerful impact on those around him if he didn't. The woman was blonde as a glacier, and looked like $1,000,000. She also looked smart enough to have earned it herself. The little girl had dignity, and wore expensive clothes. It was like a tableau of a holy, wealthy family. They reached the centre of the courtyard, and Kaspar got his first sense of their musical key. It was D minor at its worst, as in toccata and fugue in D minor, great, fateful pillars of music. Then he recognized the little girl. At that precise moment, the silence occurred. It was very brief, perhaps a second, perhaps not at all. But while it lasted, it obliterated reality. It took away the courtyard, the rehearsal ring, Daffy's office, the window, the bad weather, the April month, Denmark, the present time. Then it was over, vanished as if it had never existed. He clutched the doorframe. There had to be a natural explanation. He'd suffered an attack of indisposition, a blackout, a temporary blood clot. No one survives with impunity 2 nights in a row, from 11 to 8 in the morning, at the card table. Or it had been another tremor. The first big ones had been felt way out here. He cautiously looked behind him. Daffy sat at the desk as if nothing had happened. Out in the courtyard, the 3 figures struggled forward against the wind. It hadn't been a tremor. It had been something else. The true mark of talent is the ability to recognize when to give things up. He had had 25 years of experience in rightly choosing to part with things. He need only say the word, and Daffy would deny him a home. He opened the door and extended his hand. "Avanti," he said. "I'm Kaspar Krone. Welcome." As the woman shook his hand, he met the little girl's eyes. With a slight motion, evident only to him and her, she shook her head.